The Stade de Genève, I don't know if there are many neutrals here today. Just as in Spain, everyone kind of has their favorite between Real and Barca. Ray, it seems as though everyone has kind of picked a Ronaldo camp or a Messi camp. And while Messi has had the dominance in recent years in the club level, these two sides have not met in generations. You see the starting lineups: Eduardo, Alves, Contrao, Ronaldo, Moutinho, Almeida. Rolando getting in there with Morelos, Nani, Martins, and Joao Pereira. Couple of changes. Rui Patricio had been thought to be in the starting lineup in goal. Instead, the World Cup veteran Eduardo was in, and Jose Bosingwa was injured, and so he is a scratch. And Fabio Contrao is going to get the start. There's Romero, Burdizo, Cambiaso, Milito, Di Maria, Zanetti, Messi, Mascherano, Rojo making his debut, Banega and Lavezzi. And think about this, the former Estudiantes man now at Spartak Moscow, Marcos Rojo. All he has to do is shut down Nani and Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, the real focus of this game is obviously on the two super-duper stars. There's one of them, there's the other. The magisterial Messi and the majestic Cristiano Ronaldo. But don't be too focused on those two gems, because there's a lot of other diamond players out there on both sides of the field. This should be a pure quality contest.
The two sides getting set for battle. Raul Morelos probably had a special tattoo for this.
There's a player that's in top form, Morelos, and there's another player that went out of picture, his teammate Contrao, who is one of the real up-and-coming defenders in all of world football, in my opinion. There's a lot of players out here tonight. It's going to be a delight and a pleasure and an honour to take a look at. Two teams, as I said in the preview, going to be clashing swords. This is a meaningful friendly, make no mistake. Argentina beat Brazil the last time out, and for Portugal, well, they only beat the world champion Spain 4-0. So teams are absolutely locked and loaded. Slipped his clutch.
I have a feeling as soon as the whistle blows, he might be the only one that could keep up with them, and he'd need his car. Hugo Almeida now plying his trade in Turkey. Still just 26. That's the one thing, everyone talks about how young Messi is, but you take a look at some of these Portuguese players. Almeida 26, Ronaldo 26, Nani 24. This another team that could be up among the upper echelon for quite some time. Portugal in their red with the green trim, moving from the right to the left. In Argentina, you can see a hint of snow on the field here in Geneva, wearing the sky blue and white with the black shorts, defending the goal to the left. And the first touch for a resurgent Banega, and the Liverpool man strips it away. Carlos Martins now out wide. Here's Nani. Past Cambiaso into the middle. Martins, 28-year-old of Benfica, in his 9th appearance. Both of these teams playing similar lineups as the flag comes up. Manuel Navarro on the far side. Matias Arnett on the near. Massimo Busacca, the official with the whistle, and Jerome Laperriere is the fourth here today. Busacca, one of the world's best, stripped away from Banega. Almeida looking, Ronaldo in front. Pulls it back as he couldn't find him. Back to Morelos, who does.
Hugo Almeida just hesitating there, a split second, and it was too late.
Contrao in front, deflected wide.
Beautiful run by Cristiano Ronaldo, and had Almeida been a little bit sharper, he could have released Cristiano right in behind that flat back line of Argentina.
Milito forced to surrender the corner kick.
Early warning signs from Cristiano's team how sharp they can be. He'll always make that hurtful dagger run. If you can get him the ball, it'll be good night.
Ball to the top of the 6. Mascherano gets rid of it. Sent right back in, and no problem for Romero. Got the haircut a bit.
This Portuguese team on a mission to really salvage the national pride. A lot of people, myself included, had thought that they would go a lot further in the World Cup than they did. Their coach, of course, took the majority of the blame. Carlos Queiroz really got massacred by the press in Portugal, and I think it was rightfully so, Phil. I thought this Portuguese side had a lot more to offer the World Cup than what they did. And you could say the same about Argentina, of course.
The stadium holds about 30,000, just over that. They could have probably filled it twice over at least.
You remember that Portuguese side, goalkeeper here today kept 3 blank pages for Carlos Queiroz.
Wasn't enough.
And as you said, it wasn't quite enough. But this man here, Paulo Bento, in charge now, looking to rediscover a more attacking flair type of a team that is in keeping with Cristiano Ronaldo's personality for sure, but more in keeping with the Portuguese history. A wonderfully skillful team as always, and I really believe that they are a team that should be closely monitored. A wonderfully attractive side, but in many more attractive sides in that team in the blue and white stripe, the Albi Celesti, led by wonderful players, Lionel Messi and Di Maria here tonight up top.
Alves flips it out wide, sent back to the middle.
Nice play.
Pulling it back, Moutinho trying to find an opening, spins it
ball
free.
From the Riles there as well to start this flowing attack.
Trying to find him again, but Martins pass behind Moutinho.
Yep.
Argentina comes away with it.
Good link up there, Riles and Moutinho. Look how clean and quick they are on the ball. It's going to be a battle for Cambiasso and the men in blue and white.
Mentioned both teams in similar formations, pretty much 4-3-3, but
beautiful.
The personnel decides the tactics. Messi's pass goes awry, and he's trying to catch it. Remember shades of his tackle against Kun Agüero this past weekend. Messi takes his defensive responsibility seriously.
Beautiful turn by Lionel Messi and a good run, and he's looking for Lavezzi with that pass out wide. Could have clipped it over the top. Lavezzi had a cow's field in front of him.
All right, let's get to...
Yeah, it's just starting to get used to this ground, as you said, Phil. It's a little frosty, a little firm. They've had a little slight smattering of snow. And this game should have been originally played at Arsenal's Emirates Stadium.
Just England was a little busy today. Nice tackle, but not nice enough by Di Maria. Right, let's get to the main course a bit. Everyone talking about Messi versus Ronaldo, and club level, you cannot argue these are the 2 best players on the planet right now. You might have your favorite, but if you're going to go all time, as Cambiasso knocks it free, and here's Lavezzi on the run, got away from it. If you're going to get into the likes of a Pelé or a Maradona or even a Di Stefano, offside flag comes up. In many ways, it's just as, if not more important, what you do for the national team, and both of them have tempted to deceive at this level.
Well, you look at Messi's scoring rate alone for his national team. He's only scored, what, 15 goals for the Albi Celesti.
That's a month at Barcelona.
Yeah, exactly, and for Barcelona, he's virtually scoring a goal a game. But still, nobody can deny that Messi hasn't wore the shirt beautifully and has been always the biggest star in their constellation. A tremendous player, even if they don't win and he doesn't score. That last World Cup is a typical example. Messi had a tremendous World Cup, in my opinion.
Well, Ray, get to Cristiano Ronaldo. He's got 25 goals in 79. This is 80th cap, but the only goal he scored in the last World Cup was the fluke that kind of rolled in over the top of his back. He didn't have a great World Cup either. He's got something to prove.
I'm not so sure that they do have something to prove. I'm not so sure you put that much stock in a national team performance.
Here's Di Maria, deflected off the back. Header! Messi off target. Well, he scored a brilliant goal and almost another with his head just a week ago.
He's fabulous with his head, and usually that one's nestled in the back of the net. He goes for the fine touch here. He's got to read the spin. It comes off Di Maria's deflected shot or pass. Not an easy header, although it looked an open header. A lot of dynamic to read off the spin of that ball. Lionel Messi usually can do that. Just ask Man United, they suffered that in the Champions League final, remember. But
Paulo Bento taking over for Carlos Queiroz, who rumors are could be in line to be back and working it on. All Sergio Batista has to do is take over from an icon named Diego Maradona. So, while many might have disputed Maradona's coaching abilities, you cannot overlook how much he means to Argentina. But Batista has been brilliant so far.
He certainly has. The results have been showing that he's got this team in the right mindset, and he's formulating the typical Argentina tango football to good effect. This is a real good jousting game here. Doesn't look like a friendly game, does it? It's being played at a real nice tempo. All the players look like they're on their tippy toes.
João Pereira into the middle. Wants it back. Ronaldo's pass cleared by Milito. Here is the former Sporting man, now playing for his former club coach.
Another quality ball by Ellis.
Touched in by Nani, but not enough for Martins. Martins wins it back.
And again,
just missing the boot of Almeida.
Fabulous again by Raul Meireles. Look at this pass. That's the second one. The first one prior to that was absolutely beautiful as well. And he gets a big thumbs up from Hugo. They're a player that's playing out of his skin for Liverpool, Phil. And Kenny Dalglish, of course, is really bringing out the best of him since he got into the Liverpool technical area. Almeida's form has took off under King Kenny Dalglish, and he's doing it for his country here. Wonderful player, Raul Meireles, ex-Porto man, of course.
Ball pushed wide by Bruno Alves. Wasn't that long ago Alves was thought to be among the best center backs in the world, still just 29.
In Portugal it is that it's looking to have the best of this midfield action, but it's really very, very close. Beautiful clashing of the swords. And a little bit of concern here from the Argentina boss, Batista.
Contrao toying with Zanetti there, almost pushed it behind him for Ronaldo. Got to keep an eye on that. Here's Milito, 30-year-old, wanted away from Barcelona on loan. He loves the club. He just wants to play. Batista giving him a chance. Overlapping run. Rojo, the debutant. Too short, Alves. Messi. Smallest guy on the pitch, and he still wins the ball.
And he bits it over Cristiano Ronaldo, who was tremendous with his vertical leaping.
Sliding it in, Cambiasso denied by Eduardo.
Magic
and by the flag.
Messi again. This is fabulous football. It doesn't matter that it's offside. Look at the genius, and I'll tell you what, that's as close as you get in an offside call. A lot of referees' assistants will keep that flag down. It was perilously close. Beautiful holding up of his run from Cambiasso, but the vision of Lionel Messi again. Newton flies eye.
You saw Cambiasso grabbing his knee a bit. That could be a concern. 10 minutes in the book, and Ray, you weren't joking. Not only is this two highlight teams, but they're playing like this is a World Cup match.
Good for us.
Zanetti with Messi.
Tempo. The crash bang wallop in a beautiful way.
Di Maria to the inside.
Good ball.
Cambiasso knocks it for Messi, settles.
Magic.
Backheel pass.
Brilliant.
Martins. Cambiasso in. Down goes Lavezzi, but no call.
I'll tell you what, there's definitely contact made here. Bruno Alves gets a little bit of a touch. What do you think? Beautiful little lead pass.
That's in the box.
There's very little there though, Phil. But the contact is extended by Bruno Alves. The hands raised onto Lavezzi. I don't think he got much of him at all. It would have been a harsh call. But these gamblers of these defenders, when they're raising their hands up on a player nowadays, man, they are taking the life into the hands.
Milito's pass too
was
short.
there any real need for Bruno Alves to do that? Sometimes the players use it as like a guide just to feel the players, but that can be misinterpreted by some referees. Good ball again.
But Ellis dumps it in. It kicks up on Martins, and Rojo knocks it out.
Mireles again, Phil. This guy is absolutely putting his fingerprints all over this midfield. Look at this for a beautiful lead ball again from the Liverpool man.
Ray, going back to Bruno Alves, you said there wasn't much there. I have a feeling you probably would let him hear about it in the tape room. And I have a feeling Paulo Bento probably will too.
Yeah.
Here's a good look at Almeida. A lot of big players going to the Super League in Turkey. Kind of interesting to see what Josie Altidore will be able to do. Right now, Almeida sees an opening, but can't spin it on target.
A lot of good teams going to Turkey as well for the pre-season from MLS. The Toronto FC's over there, having a good time against class players and class teams.
I have a few of them, obviously, with Almeida out there today. Skips in front, Rojo. Estudiantes, born and bred, now 20 years of age, over at Spartak Moscow. Quick touch, Messi.
Oh, well won back.
Banega fell asleep. Good work, Moutinho.
Yes.
Gets it back. Tricks it in. Almeida to the middle, and the flag up again, although Sergio Romero made the stop.
Good play by Moutinho again. Mireles and Moutinho absolutely having a fabulous opening exchange here. Good call this time. A step on offside.
2 against 4, but one of them is Messi. Gets around Mireles, tucks it in, lifted by Di Maria! A masterpiece from Messi!
Genius! That's the only word you can't use. They should name a constellation in the heavens after Lionel Messi. This run is uncontainable. His pass is unstoppable. Look at this, how far wide he gets it. Cutting in past player after player, and then the dexterity of the touch lays it through an absolutely golden needle. It's immaculate touch from Lionel. It doesn't need an extra touch from Di Maria because the pass is perfection. He actually puts negative spin on the ball and it holds up off the grass. And he could have put it on an absolute golf tee and it couldn't have been any better. Absolutely wonderful from the greatest football player in the heavens.
The
Messi.
First blast over the bow. What will Ronaldo do? And as you'd mentioned, Ray, Portugal had probably had the better of play. Into the corner, giving chase. Pereira goes down.
Phil, when there's a player like Messi, he can destroy you single-handedly. For all their dominance, Portugal just suffered an absolute hammer blow, created out of nothing by Lionel Messi. When he picked the ball up that far wide, Sergio Checo Batista knew they're in trouble, and Portugal were.
Usaka trying to calm Milito down. Looked more of a stumble than a foul.
How many more goals has this guy got in him, man? It's not just the goals that he does, the quality of his overall game. You put him in the class of Pelé and Maradona and Di Stefano. Well, he belongs there, does he not? Magic Messi again.
The restart. Whipped in, edge of the 6, all the way through the box and no one home. Di Maria again. And Ray, I don't think Ronaldo gets as much credit for how he has matured as a provider, as a team player. But Lionel Messi, you can't talk about it enough. He's tied for the lead in goals. He's heads and tails above in setting up his teammates.
Checo Batista said himself, I have full regard for the great Cristiano Ronaldo. He is an absolutely world-class player and a special player, he says. But Messi, he's off a different planet.
Blasted inside, and there's Milito to clear.
Again, beautiful by La Pulga.
Has help, Lavezzi.
He's on his overlap again.
Lavezzi rides him, trickled through. He's not used to playing with him. Lavezzi playing with a brilliant club in Napoli, but I don't think he realizes the jewel that's alongside him today.
He does. The boss does. And look at these fans looking on to that new messiah of world football, all agog.
Lavezzi again. Back to Mascherano. Skips off Banega. He's had a poor start. Now a chance to change it. Clips off of Di Maria.
Messi wins it back again.
Strong tackle. That's a foul and a card as Mascherano tried to slow it down.
I doubt if he'll get a card for this. I think it'll be a harsh card if it's given as well. Mascherano goes in sliding, he gets the ball.
Well, let's see if Busaka pulled it. Doesn't look like it. It's still Portugal ball, though.
It's a tremendous tackle, Phil.
Again, Pereira. In for Morelos. Up for Moutinho. Tries to keep it alive. Cambiasso in the way. Here's Lavezzi. Messi calls. Messi gets. Di Maria.
There's another gigantic talent, this man on the ball.
Fakes the back heel. Tucks it wide, Zanetti. 37 years of age. This is 139th cap. Zanetti plays like he's still got another 100 caps in him.
Brilliant there by Milito, stepping in right across Almeida, reading it beautifully. Some wonderful defending going on down there as well, apart from all the stardust that this number 10 has in his feet, and the number 7 in red.
The touch is finding Banega. The ball seeming to stick a bit. Here's Di Maria. Messi wide. Banega back for Messi on his right. Saved by Eduardo.
Could he have pulled the trigger a little quicker with his right foot? Well, it doesn't matter. He goes with the left. Wonderful by Banega, setting it up.
Ronaldo in for Martins, out wide.
Beautiful save, wasn't it, from Eduardo?
Here's Nani. Dances around one challenge. Tries to get past Milito. Does. Cross to the middle. Almeida denied as Romano just touched it. Might have hit the post a bit.
Tremendous by Nani. The Manchester United man is absolutely wonderful with his supply and his dribble. And it beats Milito, all ends up, but it's the goalkeeper, Sergio Romero, that comes to the rescue. And just Phil, I think he got in. Basically, if he cut his fingernails this morning, he wouldn't have got to this pass. Beautiful by Nani, teasing it. He stretches, he tries to push it away. Been taking lessons from one of the basketball players at the Miami Heat.
Well, his brother, a basketball player at FSU and down in Argentina. Obviously, the hops run the family.
Well said. Where did you dig that one up, Phil? So his brother is a basketball player?
Wasn't good enough to be a goalkeeper, I guess.
Wow. I mean, you could say that natural instinct in him. You know, when that ball's bouncing around the rim or whatever it does. You know what I mean.
Mascherano, Zanetti, Di Maria.
Look at him, Zanetti.
I love watching him.
Oh, he needed it back. Zanetti giving daggers to Di Maria here. The wonderful Javier Zanetti, 37-year-old, still a spring chicken. The most capped player in Argentina history. Still going super strong for Internazionale. Over 500 odd games for Inter as Zanetti played.
Chested down by Burdizo. Calling Roma his home now. 29 years of age. He's turned into a linchpin under Batista. Ray, how has this Argentina team changed under Batista compared to Maradona?
Well, I don't know, to be honest, because I haven't seen them enough. But when I saw them play in a friendly against Brazil, that game in itself, beating Brazil with a late goal by Lionel Messi, showed the confidence was coming back in the real expressive nature. But and again, playing under Diego Maradona for a lot of these players seem to be proving to be a very big...
Glancing header, and Ronaldo from Almeida has tied it up.
Wonderful play, he stabs it home, and it's a difficult one to make contact on. They keep it alive here, and Cristiano just reaches in because of his quick, razor-sharp instincts. Again, in the right place at the right time. Nani's brilliant out wide, then the ball gets fed in beautifully. It's well contested by Almeida, and then it falls. Beautiful back heel. Ball's flighted in to Pereira, and then Almeida gets the slightest touch on it. And then again, Cristiano, sharper than a carpet tack to bury it. Got a weird habit of being in exactly the right place at the right time, and it's because he's following the game so beautifully. and his instincts, like a bat, just find their way through radar or whatever it is that's innately inborn in him to adjust his direction to be exactly where the ball's going to be played, and figure that one out, because Hugo Almeida, Phil, that ball just hit him on the back of the neck and it bounced right to the feet of Cristiano. But again, when we look at it again, Cristiano Ronaldo had to make a couple of really quick jackrabbit steps into the ball to get the touch on it. So game back on.
Well, the 14th minute goal from Di Maria, his fourth, equalized 7 minutes later. The 26th international goal for Cristiano Ronaldo. Here's Milito. This game needed that goal. Now it's on. Lavezzi tried to keep it alive, knocked wide. Paulo Bento, that's relaxed for him. Corner kicked, and Messi heading over to take it.
Going over into that corner where a lot of Argentina fans are, sending down the love for their greatest player.
Ball whipped in too high for Burdizo. Ronaldo off the check and go. Has help left and right, holding off Mascherano. Ronaldo, the shot almost spins in off the deflection.
Brave play this by Cristiano, driving through, holding off Mascherano, and Ronaldo doesn't go down. Gabby Milito comes across, and it fortunately takes a directive hit away from the goalkeeper that might have been headed in to the back of the net had Gabby Milito not made that touch on it.
Second corner for Portugal.
And it went the other way, and it nearly caught Sergio Romero.
Launched in by Martins, headed up by Almeida, still alive, Cambiasso.
Oh,
look at Nani.
Bruno Alves is really angry at his teammate for not letting this corner kick carry through, because the boss seen Bruno barreling in for what would have been an open header towards Romero.
Things are heating up. Here's Contrao. Off the chest of Ronaldo. Nice turn by the Benfica man, but he forgot something.
Good footballer, this kid, wearing the number 5, let me tell you.
Everyone wants him that is anyone. Not a lot of great world level left backs. He'd be on that top 5 list. This will be an in-swinger. Nani all the way to the back, touched back to the middle, it never cleared, and trying to knock it back in was Almeida. Romero looks a little lost
there just to get it away. You see, when the ball comes back, it's just coming down, and Marcos Rojo just gets it away from big Almeida.
Good work by Bruno Alves to track that one down and keep it in.
Yeah, but that earlier corner kick, we've not seen it in replay. The earlier one that was coming in towards big Bruno Alves had his name all over it, and he was screaming for the player ahead of him. I think it was big Almeida, but Almeida's never going to let a half chance go begging. A tremendous game for all of us watching here. These friendlies being played all over Europe here tonight, of course, but I'll guarantee you there ain't any with this sort of helter-skelter, beautiful football being played by both sides, and we're still early on in the game.
Can they keep it up?
That's what all their coaches will be wondering as well back home in the clubhouse of their prospective clubs. Hey guys, we've got big games coming this weekend. These boys down there, they don't give a damn. They're giving everything for their country here tonight, like it was a meaningful World Cup game.
Bragging rights on the line. Ronaldo tangled up, and he's going to get the call against Banega.
It was great to see Cristiano Ronaldo on that run. And he's up against the real tiger in Mascherano. And Mascherano was pulling and clipping away at him, and Ronaldo wasn't going to go down easy. He does it again, fighting off Banega as best as he can. And there's a real appetite on every one of those players, Phil. It looks like they haven't been fed for a week.
Martins can put it on a dime. He's got it. So does Romero. Danger ball right at the edge of the 6. Tracked down by Pereira. Alves. That's why he's a central defender. Mascherano. Messi. They're not giving it to Messi enough. Banega. Mache. Messi takes it himself. Banega. Harassed immediately by Mireles. Cambiaso. Messi keeps it alive.
Magic again.
Overlap. Rojo. Back to Messi.
Always something else is special, of course. Portugal's straight extraction from Brazil, or Brazil extraction from Portugal, excuse me, with the Portuguese tongue. So whenever you get Argentina, the Spanish tongue against the Portuguese tongue, something is added to the witch's brew. And showing here from the first whistle, this game being played at full tilt.
Here's Alves. Something else also to keep an eye on, Ray. You see Argentina as down goes Messi, and that's going to be a concern.
Nah, he's all right. Just gets clipped a little bit. Yeah, he's smiling at Mireles, is it?
Yep. Batista has made no secret. He wants to turn Argentina into a Barcelona type team.
Yeah.
He knows what he has in Messi. He's just got to get the other 10 players to play that way.
Right, and that's easier said than done. You know, built around a possession game, of course, but you know, that takes a long time for that chemistry to come together. There's a little clip. It actually slips. It's got nothing to do with Mireles. He's completely innocent.
Tucked inside. That could have been dangerous. Mascherano gets rid of it. Approaching the half-hour mark. Lavezzi getting tugged. Contrao like that. Pereira with the foul. Haven't been a lot of whistles so far. Just been foot to the pedal attack. Both sides. Di Maria into the middle. Mascherano tries to keep it alive. Banega just ran right past it because Cambiaso had taken root. Moutinho lost his balance. Messi against Mireles. Banega. Di Maria. Zanetti chugging behind him. Field seems to be giving a little bit of a problem.
Not to Messi.
Or Zanetti, used to playing in northern Italy. Borriso for Milito. In for Mascherano.
Portugal have Norway coming up next in the European qualifiers. This is a great rehearsal for them.
Mireles over again. Down goes Di Maria in his wake.
Sitting nicely in their group as well. It features Denmark, Cyprus, Norway and Iceland. Portugal should be able to qualify through that. Last 2 games in the Euros, they've won 3-1 both times against Iceland and against Denmark.
Playing like a team with something to prove.
Yeah, they are looking very good, Portugal. And of course Argentina have their big tournament coming up in the summer in South America.
Stripped nicely by Martins. Ray, give credit in my mind to Brazil and the way they've come alive under Mano Menezes, but this Argentina team is the only team to beat them. Quick thinking by Banega. Up for Messi. Back for Mascherano, and they'll sweep to the left. Rojo. Banega running into the back of Busaka. That time it really was 11 v 12. And the foul by Mascherano against Ronaldo to stop the play.
Real Madrid fans will have their hearts in their mouth for a lot of this game. Real Madrid got a big game coming up at the weekend, a tough one against Espanyol.
Coutinho, Nani, Pereira, back for Mireles. Kind of hard to miss Messi. Everyone's watching him. Ronaldo comes back. He'll commit the foul, but Ronaldo's showing some wheels.
I'm not so sure. Is it against Cristiano or is it against Mireles? Either way, the Pulga drives by. He's off to the races, and it is Mireles that comes across and wipes him out intentionally, fully intentionally, takes the player down. That's naughty by the Scouser.
Cambiaso, Milito, and all the way back for Romero. Still just 23 now in Holland at AZ. Milito, Mascherano. The angles, the gaps, those walls and lines between the triangles. Both of these teams, a textbook type of game here between the two. Messi for Milito, back for Messi. Tries to find an extra gear.
Genius.
Slotted through by Di Maria. He runs into a wall of defenders and gets the call.
Well, Messi plays this one into Di Maria under severe stress as well, but that's only to the mere mortal's eye. Here's the end result, and it's just a ball through, and I'm not so sure if that should have been called a foul. Does Lionel run into the player? Nah, there's a bit of both. Seen them given both ways, but Di Maria not able to put it into the stride of Lionel.
Rolando.
Again, as you said earlier, Phil, the players around Messi just not accustomed to being able to play it into such confined areas. It's basically just got to be anywhere within his compass, and he'll magnetize it and then drive by the players with the ball and just leave them completely broken. A good angle for him this, it's a good distance.
Right about 20 yards on the dot. Banega just window dressing. 6 men in the wall, and they're still building
towards the right-hand side of Eduardo, I would imagine, but you cannot read this guy's mind.
Messi strikes. Looks like it might have gone off the back of Lavezzi. Cleared away. Milito knocks it wide.
Well, usually we see Lionel Messi every week on Goal TV with a little bit more dexterity and guidance with his free kicks, but this time he goes completely for power and drives it into the wall. He's really expecting that little dink over the top.
Nani clatters into Milito and gets the foul. Back to Zanetti. Using Rojo down the left now. Well, Ray, this match has lived up to billing so far.
It's surpassed it, I believe, Phil. You know, it really has. The 35 minutes in, it's only now starting to at least come down from the warp speed that it started at. Dangerous play by Milito.
Ball kept alive nicely by Martins, and Almeida can't get it away from Romero.
Well played, Romero. He is Alkmaar. The keeper comes out beautifully, and Gabi Milito that time really dicing with death, dangerously. On a high back line, Gabi Milito tries to send a little slip pass, and doing that against this Portuguese front trident. Whoa, that's dangerous indeed. Good ball again by Lionel.
Messi wide, Zanetti one touch. Di Maria tries to rifle it through. Up steps Banega, play on. Sticking his head in where others would fear to tread, Gabi Milito wins it back for Argentina. A tempting treat when you saw it on the schedule. No teasing at the moment. It's flat out between these two. Banega, Milito, Couldn't get much more entertaining than sitting in a Geneva cafe talking about writing with Henry Miller and A.S. Nin, but here are the two legends in the making, Ronaldo and Messi, leading the way. Messi again. You could almost hear Moutinho's groin snap. Zanetti. Banega. Di Maria. The old man. Banega and Messi. Messi, Banega. Well, this is somewhat Barcelona. Hold on to possession and look for the openings.
They give a goal of beyond Barcelona possession football in the 06 World Cup, remember? And they strung
25 passes.
25 and a dozen more, I believe, Phil. And then they scored with Cambiaso. So Argentina, it was the real starting boys for that type of possession football at the highest class against Syria Montenegro, I believe it was, wasn't it?
Mireles again getting whistled as Lavezzi goes down. Quick start. Lavezzi tries to bring it back. Play on, says Busaka. 7 minutes remain in regulation. Half number one. Almost disappointed this first stanza. Just about finished, but we've got another one to go.
Lavezzi showing up quite nicely here, the Napoli man. He's a quality player, he is. He's actually rejected by the great Boca Juniors when he was a youngster, but man, he found his form again. Lovely turn and control again.
Di Maria creates space. Messi creates magic. High boot Mireles. And he's right, there's persistent infringement.
Into Eva Banega. And in between Messi and Banega, they try to concoct something over the top of Mireles.
Di Maria. Banega. This game is seesawed back and forth and currently in Argentina's favor, but
good ball.
Can they get something out of it? Rojo. Lavezzi for Banega. Back to Rojo.
Nicely.
Outside.
Magic!
Finds Lavezzi, who gets the shot, but over the bar.
A fabulous play by Marcos Rojo here. The ex-Estudiantes man is absolutely brilliant. He pulls it back here, and with the left foot, that's wonderful finding of his teammate Lavezzi, who kind of directed down. Wonderful build-up by the Albicelesti again. Cut and thrust. Beautiful by both players.
Well, Ray, Argentina for years has been looking for a left back. They might have found one.
Yep. He plays for Spartak Moscow now, who could go a long way in the main European competition this year as well.
Bruno Alves knows what he can do. He plays at Zenit St. Petersburg.
Yep.
Alves over to try and shut down Zanetti. Back for Mascherano. Such a useful pivot.
Beautiful again.
Lost his footing and down he goes. Mireles, actually Martins this time.
And Messi doesn't go down just for the sake of it. We've seen that fabulous YouTube collection that Messi doesn't go down, and there, right there, you can see he's absolutely clipped by Carlos Martins. Martins, a player that's getting the start here for his boss, Paulo Bento, who he's had a bad relationship with the coach at his club. Of course, when he was at Sporting, he had really bad words with this coach when Bento was in charge of the Lions, but this time they've made it up, but he hasn't been much in this game, has he, Carlos Martins?
Created a couple of good opportunities, but for the most part, everything's been through Mireles.
Well, this is Banega time here, I would imagine.
Rifles this one towards the corner.
What a beautiful trajectory this is. A fabulous hit by Eva Banega. That's very, very close. The directive is absolutely brilliant. It's 6 inches away from it in my eyes. He's got the right height on it. Wonderful dynamic. It just doesn't quite get the accuracy for the inside of the post of Eduardo, who was beating all ends up. Player that's coming on gangbusters, Eva Banega, for his club, Valencia. Having a fine season.
Things heating up a bit. He's tired of getting kicked.
Well, I said in the preview, people, this one might not be so friendly. When these two natural tongues are talking against each other, it's witch's brew.
Osaka's going to have to do something to calm this one down.
Well, let's all hope that, you know, these wonderfully gifted players in this exhibition game, friendly game, call it what you like, are protected by this referee, and that the blades don't come out too much in a glinting way. Well, I think they already have. And they must be playing for some serious bonus money, these lads.
It was Alves with all of his teeth bared.
Yeah, but still, he gets the ball really cleanly.
Approaching the 45th minute. 1-1. 14th minute, Di Maria for Messi. 21st, it was Almeida to Ronaldo. Down goes Nani, and it was Milito again.
Well said, Phil. Comes in a little bit too clumsily. It's a nice lead ball in for Nani. He's just going to control it, and no question, Gabi just bundles the Portuguese man off of the ball. The Red Devil goes tumbling. Good placement here for Cristiano. Don't put it past him to try to whistle it past Sergio or find one of the big targets. He's got some beauties. Big Alves waiting alongside of Almeida. They're good targets. He's coming inside as well. This one looks as it's going to be placed. They're going to be looking for the big lighthouses at the back.
Just about 30 yards from the dead center of the goal.
And Cristiano Ronaldo, probably the best header of the ball inside of that box, so look out for him as well.
Martins spins it over everyone. They all ran near post, and the ball went far.
Saying he hasn't done too much for my money, Carlos Martins, and that's a bad ball. Not giving his men a remote chance of getting on the end of it.
Cambiasso is down. He was limping earlier. This time, looks like he took a blow as Bruno Alves ran through.
Well, he's got a wonderful bench to go to, Sergio Batista, if the Internazionale man does come off. No Carlos Tevez, that's the big exclusion for Argentina, of course. Not called up by the boss,
because of his
Batista,
attitude.
because of nothing like the attitude. It's just because he knows what Carlos brings, and he's just looking at different experimentation. So don't start stirring the pot, Phil.
Well, let me take the big wooden spoon out, because from a lot of the comments out of Argentina, Batista already used the big wooden spoon to try and send a message to Tevez. You don't buy it.
No.
You like a bit of fire.
No, I think that this coach knows exactly what he's got in Carlito, and he says we won't be needing you in this game particularly. Just, again, it's a very controversial decision to exclude Tevez, but either way, we've got a wonderful game on our hands, and one that's beautifully perched on a high ledge, on a razor's edge.
Well, the two maestros have proven their worth in the first 45 minutes. We've got another one to go. Stick around. It's 1-1 in Geneva. Nothing neutral about this one. Argentina tied with Portugal.